is Cathy McReynolds. I'm your fun, money, and skill coach. Welcome to success. And it starts right here, guys. We are in the midst of on day 3 of our 21 days to jumpstart your business online master summit course. And so today, what we're going to go over, and let's see, hold on. Got a little technical difficulty here. All righty, let's move there. On day 3, we're going to cover birthing your business. So here's what you're going to learn today. You will learn why building online is a must. You will also learn what type of business is right for you. What type, a lot of people, they're like, well, you know what, I know I want to do something, but I'm not quite sure what I want to do. So we're going to dive into that today. And we're also going to talk to you about how to create a legal business. A lot of people will come online and they don't think about making that business legal. They don't think about those generations to come. So we're going to talk to you about getting that business to the legal status. Here's my promise to you today, guys. I'm going to teach you as much as possible in the limited time that we have together. I'm going to show you how to complete the process of getting the business up and running online over this 21-day business online summit. So if you can hold all your questions to the end, and I will have to get those questions from the comment section on the live page. I'm trying to pull it up. So just in case you don't see me talking to you, it's just because I have not been able to pull that up quite yet. My phone is, it's downloading something. So I'm trying to grab it on my iPad. So just give me a second. I will get to your questions, even if it's afterwards. So I want to start off with you guys and talk to you about how to learn from Forbes billionaires. Forbes is like that. It's like the almanac of the people who want to create wealth, people who want to get to the top of their game. I think I was listening to Vince Reed and he was talking about this, and I'm like, you know what? That makes total sense. See, most of the billionaires that are in the Forbes magazine, they're there. The majority of them are there because they created some type of real estate business. They're in the real estate game. And the real estate game is definitely a great game to be in. But the challenge that a lot of people have is they don't have the money to buy the property, or they don't know the means to get the property without any money down. So what I want to do is I want to take your mind to show you how you can recreate that same success online, and how you can look at what you do online as your property and how you make that happen. One of the big things about being in real estate is you get that residual income. You get those checks coming in every single month. I mean, imagine this, you walk by a big mall or a big shopping center. Somebody was smart enough to buy that property, and now they own it. And because they own it, they're getting monthly residual income in. They also have multiple streams of income coming in. The billionaires and the millionaires, they have multiple streams of income, and they use leverage. They figured out what they're smart at. That's what they do, and they utilize the time to do something else. Whatever it is that's going to take up too much of their time, they're going to send that off to someone else to take care of. And I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow, how you want to look at what your cost your average cost per hour is based on the work that you do. And they're about collaboration. They understand and know that you can't get something done by yourself. It takes a team to really truly live a big dream like that. But online, guys, you can also build a big empire. And let's talk about this empire that you can build. Because when I first looked at this, man, it got me excited to think, wow, I really, because a lot of times you only can grow to the level that, to the people that you're around. So you got to find a way, whether it's through books, whether it's online, you got to figure out a way to raise your level of thinking to a whole different level. So let's take a look at what you can do online in terms of building a business and create the same thing, the residual income, the multiple streams of income using leverage and collaboration that got people who are in Forbes, who are the billionaires and the millionaires, that got them to that point. So here's an example. I want you to think about this example this way, guys. You are creating some real estate online, and we're going to do this just from 50 people. So you think of all the billions of people that are online. I'm going to show you how if you get really smart and really focused on making this happen, how you can earn $100,000 online from just 50 people. Okay, so number one, you got 4,000 leads. So imagine this. Imagine yourself, you're at the mall and it's Christmas season, or you're in New York and you got people who are just coming by. You got 4,000 people during the busy holiday seasons. They're coming by. Now, 25% of them, which is 1,000 people, decide to stop in your store. Now, think of yourself walking through the mall in the holiday season. There's tons of stores there, but you don't stop in that store. There's something that catches your eye, or something that you were already looking for that makes you go into that store. Same thing online. Something that you post, something on your funnel, something on your website, something on whatever you're doing online catches someone's attention and they stop by it. If you got 5,000 friends on Facebook, you already got 4,000 leads that you might not even know that you have out there if you don't know how to properly work those. So here's what happens, guys. 5% of those will purchase a front-end product, a $37 product. This is what we're going to use in this. And we call this $37 product is something, it's a membership product. So they're going to purchase this every single month. Every single month, they're going to get a membership. So it's just like you buy a membership in the gym. It's just like you have a membership for a travel club. It's like you have a membership for whatever you have a membership for. Maybe, music or whatever the case is, you have a membership for it. So every single month, you're getting $37 from 50 people. That's $1,800 for you, $1,850 to be exact. So imagine how much did it cost you to get in $1,800 every single month? Because when a person goes out, in most cases, and they're buying a home to rent out, their rent is normally not about $1,800. They're going to spend a little bit more on that. Plus, they've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy that property, unless they're in an area where property is a lot cheaper. But we're going to say that the average property that they're going to buy or spend is between $80,000 to $100,000 just to make $1,800. I just showed you 5,000 Facebook friends that you actually built relationships with, right? 1,000 of those actually see your posts, and 5%, only 50 of those actually buy from you. Okay, you following me here? And so you see what happens when that happens. Of those, you're going to get 13 of the 50 people to also purchase a one-time offer at $47. Okay, so that just brought you another $611. So you're in that gym, right? You got that gym membership, is $37. You see this cute outfit and you're like, dang, I like that outfit. So you buy it, right? 13 people buy that. That's very doable. You just spend $47. You got the jackets, you got the shirts, or shoes definitely will cost you a lot more than that. So we can see that happening, right? And then what happens, guys, other people who came by, of that 5%, we're just still talking about 1,000, 11 of them didn't buy the first time. But guess what they decided? They're going to buy the second time. They're going to buy it, and they're going to get the purchase, and they're going to go back, and they're going to turn around and say, yeah, you know what? I think I will go ahead and take that. So bam, that's just put another $300 in your pocket. So now you're up to over $2,100 every single month coming into you, okay? Over $2,000, and you haven't put out 100,000. At most, you might be spending, I don't know, anywhere between $300 to $1,000, depending on if you're putting money in ads as well. And then what happens, guys, I'm going to flip on my Facebook page here. And so then what happens at that particular time, 6% of those people decide to upsell. You upsell them on something. And so they decided, you know what, I am going to get this bigger purchase. So maybe since we're in the gym, they're getting a training from you. They're buying some type of training from you, and you're going to be their personal trainer. So, I mean, you're going to be the personal trainer. So now you got 11 people saying, okay, I'll pay the $300. I see the value. I want some, courses. I want something that you can help me with, so it can help me get better, so it can help me get in shape quicker. We've all done that. Then here's the key. 3 of those 50 people decide that they want your signature package. They decide that they want to go all in, and they really want to change their life. And because they really want to change their life, they're spending $2,000. And you're thinking, wow, who would spend $2,000 for a course? Well, I have. Well, people who go to school and go to college, they do it. You'll spend $40,000 on a 4-year degree or more just to come out to make $40,000 to $50,000, right? So when you look at that over that 30-day period with 5,000 Facebook friends, you now have an income of over $8,000 coming in. So that's over $100,000 a month, right? Well, it can be a month as well, but that's over $100,000 a year. So when you look at how we're walking you through this course, just understand and know that everybody has a starting point, but this can definitely be you, and this is what you have to look forward to. And we're going to go into more details into that a little later on, guys, but just stick with me as I go through this first part here so that I can help you get your mindset where it needs to be, and so that we're looking at the things that makes sense to you. And I finally got my comments up. So, sorry about that. Okay, guys. So let me phone not working. I have to get okay. So let me go ahead and just dive into again what this is going to be about. I want over the next 21 days. Well, this is the third day of the 21 days to see if a business is right for you. I want to help get your mind right. I want to get your mind game right. Is so important. Yesterday, you got a chance to hear from some other ladies who are in business and hear their struggles. I just want you to know that people struggle in business. I failed more than I've succeeded. That's part of business. And we're going to help you design a business plan, get it legal, market your products or services, understand the business financials and how they work. And we're also going to help you learn how to scale and fund your business. And as I said, this training is usually hours, and tonight we're going to get it done in less than 30 minutes. Throughout these trainings, I'm just going to recap. If this is your first time joining us, we're going to give you the basic learning tools. You're going to get daily action steps, checklists, worksheet, quizzes, resource guides, and final exam. We're going to have a graduation ceremony, guys. It's going to be in November sometime, offline and online at the same time. So as you go through this, let's make it happen, because we're about creating success. We're about helping people win. We want to give you checklists so that you can follow final exams, and we're going to celebrate, and then we're going to talk to you about being a part of our next series that's coming out. See, I'm looking for testimonies. I want to be able to help create someone that went from soup to a business getting started. And then because of this journey, we want you to tell your story so that you can help someone else. And I shared this about me today. I mean, the first day, but hey, I'm from Ohio. I grew up shy and sheltered, left home at the age of 19, moved 6 hours away. I remember we were just talking about that, working 3 jobs, in school, trying to make it happen, dropped out of college. I'm an introvert. I'm not that person who's that outgoing person. I can stay in the house, or if I'm in the, out and about, I'm usually that really quiet person that don't talk to people unless I absolutely have to. And I tell you that because I hear a lot of people say they're shy and they don't talk to a lot of people and they're an introvert. But guess what, guys? If you want to win, you're going to find a way to win. I'm an auntie to many, international coach and trainer, licensed financial advisor, went through losing everything when the crash happened in 2008, had absolutely everything gone, had to start over again multiple times. And so I've made and lost 6 figures in a couple of business. But now, guys, I'm an online business strategy, and I am who I am. Crazy, excited, but just determined to kick some butt and help some people do the same. So I am who I am without apology. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a bonus secret, and we're going to help you with this. So let's go ahead and get into the training. So guys, here's what you want to know. Building online is absolutely, definitely a must. I just went over with you how you can create $8,000, $100,000 a year online, spending less than it takes to get a home or a couple houses that people do for real estate. See, the reality of online is the consumers, and likely even you turn to the internet to discover what to do, where to go, what to buy, and things like that. And you're going to know what the latest trends, you're going to know what's happening with the weather, what's happening on politics, everything we know. We don't learn it on TV like we used to. We learn it online. So being online allows you to leverage your time and to reach and find people who are looking for you. It is set up so that so if I go out, and I used to do this, I would show up when I was in the Virginia, D.C. area. I would show up at Lowe's or Home Depot at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I would be passing out flyers out there by myself, just passing out flyers and trying to get names and numbers so that I can build my business down there. And it worked. It made me the #1 recruiter in that entire company for a moment. It always made me be able to win because I just put in that work, because I was shy. So I figured if that person can talk to 50, I need to try to reach out to 100, because I'm just not going to get it as quick as they might get it. When you're online, you can automate and duplicate. It's very hard, if you're offline, to get duplication going with people who are in other countries or in other states. You get more customers, you get more business partners. It's quicker when you learn how to do it the right way to create the lifestyle that you desire, and it gets you more money, and that's what you're in business for, because the more you impact people, the more money you're going to get. But it takes time, guys. It really takes time. Thousands of dollars I've spent on courses, and if you want to build, you will do the same thing. Finding time to learn, even though you want to earn more money, you have to take time to learn. But when you're learning, I found it's better to read a chapter, do what it says. Read a chapter, do what it says. Sometimes you'll spend hours online until your eyes are hurting. You don't want to do it alone. And there's so much out there. So it's like, who do you trust? Is this a scam or is it not? I get that question asked, in the inbox. Is this a scam? No, honey, I don't have time to scam you. I'm on live every single day. So you probably know where I'm at, where I be at. So it would be very, not smart to scam someone. You get proper planning and daily discipline. Those are the key things. And what type of business do you want? That's one of the things that you want to start thinking about. And you may not have the answer to that, but look at some of the groups of things that you are excited about. What are the groups that you're a part of? It could be, you might want to buy an existing business online. You might want to get into a franchise. You have home-based business. You have network marketing, affiliate marketing, nonprofit. You have online business, e-commerce like Amazon and I almost said Spotify, but shop or something. Or you can build your own brand, or you can have a combination. I have a combination of about 6 of those things that are on there, and they all work in conjunction with my one main business, which is building my own brand. Then once you decide what you want to do, then you want to decide how you want to do it. This is big, and this could cost you a lot of money, can save you a lot of money. You got to decide a sole proprietorship and give the majority of your money to Sam. Now, I said in another training, don't get in business just because you want to save on taxes. Yes, that's the mindset. But however, you do want to get in business and be smart about your money. I know when I had my daycare center, 22% of what we brought in immediately went back out to the government. I don't like giving 22% of my money off the top. I'd rather take some and then give some because you work for that, right? So you got to decide, are you going to have a partnership? Are you going to have a limited liability company, a C Corp, S Corp, and guys, I'm going to include a free IRS handout in the comments so you can go get the details on this, and then you want to get with an accountant, okay? Because a lot of people say that they have people, but that's one of the things that you want to do is get with people who know what you have, and then you want to figure out, a lot of people don't think about this, but how can I transfer my risk? How can I transfer if something happens, if somebody gets one of my products and, you know, they try to sue me, what am I going to do? How am I going to transfer my risk? If I ship something out to someone and they pay for it and it doesn't show up, what am I going to do? So these are all the things that a lot of people don't think about until something happens. So I want you to think about them up front. You know, your property insurance, your liability. Do you have key man insurance? What is that, you ask? Key man insurance, especially if you have other key business partners, it's like life insurance on your business partners. So if they die, it gives you money to keep your business moving. If you have, you know, a key person, you know, like Steve Jobs was like the top person in the iPads, in what do you call it? Y'all know what he was the top person in the iPhones and all of that stuff. So when he passed, I'm sure that they had something set aside, insurance set aside, so it brought them in extra income, so it gave them time to get the right people in place. So that's what key man insurance is very important to have. What about motor vehicle? Are you like drop shipping stuff to people? Are you taking it to people? Are you utilizing your vehicle for business and you're not telling your insurance company? And then when something happens, you'll be like, oh yeah, I was driving my customer, and they're like, wait a minute, we don't cover that because you never told us about it. So you want to make sure that you have those things. Health insurance, business interruption. You know, what happens if your business get interrupted? What are you going to do then? There's ways that you can transfer that risk. And you also want to understand all the online and government regulations. Man, I used to stay in Facebook jail. When I didn't know what I didn't know, I was in Facebook jail constantly. And that means that I was talking to people that I had no relationship with. They weren't my friends. And I'm just sending messages in groups. We've all, at a time or two, been guilty of that. If you sent a link to someone and they didn't request it and they didn't ask for it, then you just violated something. And you got to understand that, because see, we don't own Facebook. It is not Mark Zuckerberg owns this. At any time, any given moment, he can shut it down. I always laugh when people get so hysterical. They're like, you know, well, how dare him? Like, yeah, he can. It's like your parents. It's their house. They can do what they want to do. If you don't like the rules, then you got to go find something else. So know that there are Facebook or Instagram or whatever service you're on, there's guidelines, and you need to know what those guidelines are. And also know what business license you need to have, and do you have the proper approval. And then if you use virtual assistants or you use people from other countries, you got to understand a little bit about the immigration laws, or have someone who can take care of those things for you guys, because you not knowing, you could be in, you could be trafficking, doing things that are illegal across the lines. I know as a financial advisor, here's a crazy thing. If we're flying in a plane and we begin to talk to someone about about investing, and we're not licensed in that state, we can get fined for that, get in trouble for that. So because it takes a lot to build a business, you want to make sure that you have your business properly insured. And then also, guys, understand your local municipality and state laws. Understand that. Just know that the government at any time can knock at your door and come in and do an audit on you, see what you got going on, because they see you online, right? They know what's happening, so they can make that happen. So you want to keep your business together. Here's another big thing. It's about your dream team. It's about putting together that dream team, assembling professional people who are part of your squad. Who's on your squad? I sent that out to my email list today. I'm like, who's on your squad? Who is your business mentor and coaches? Who are those people helping you think bigger? Who are those people helping you think different than how you grew up? Who are those people that are helping you think different than where you're at right now? I always say, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not growing. So either you got to take classes, put yourself around people, read books. You got to have some business mentor and coaches. Even the Bible says, seek wise counsel. You need that. You also need great insurance agents for the things that I just talked about. You need bookkeeper, accountant. And I say the bookkeeper and accountant should be two separate people, so that there's a check and balance in that. Because if the person who's keeping your books is also doing your accounting, they can just mix things together. You can do all of that through a virtual assistant as well. And that virtual assistant you can use for so many different things. They can be your hospitality committee. They can be your secretary, your office manager. You just want to make sure that you have everything in place. And then you need a sales team, guys, or a virtual call center if you're going to take your business to a whole level. Because remember, you can only contact so many people in a day. So if you can get a top salesperson, once they come through your funnel, to get on the phone with that person and preset them up for you, then you're doing things right. Remember what the prize is. We talked about positioning yourself from 50 people, just 50 people out of your 5,000 Facebook friends, or meeting people around that can turn into $100,000 if you provide value. You also need that lawyer, and then you got to understand the funding sources. Now, the funding sources don't always have to be a lot of out of pocket. Because you're online, you're using tangible assets, and to get started on average is only between, $300 to $1,000. And then you figure out ways to make more money. Maybe you go sell something on eBay, then you take that money, put it back into your business to buy some graphics, to get the things that you need to help you create success. And then you got to check yourself. I say you need a checkup from the neck up to see if you have that entrepreneurship characteristic. Because if you whine, moan, and complain, and you're always victim about why things aren't happening, entrepreneurship is not for you. You got to be a self-starter. You got to be that person. I work from home. I don't have anyone telling me for the last 20 years, with the exception of a year and a half, I don't have anyone telling me, okay, it's time to get up, wake up. You got to be here at a certain period of time. You have to make that decision. You got to be driven. You got to be responsible. You have to be organized. And this is not always easy. You might not be able to see everything, but sometimes, the clothes get piled up. Then that means you need to get some somebody to come do that. The yard, is your time valuable more in the yard, cleaning the yard, or should you pay someone? You must be a hard worker and persistent. For most people, it doesn't happen the first time around. There is not success in the first year. It takes time. It takes 3 to 5 years to build something big, guys, and it could take you 20, 30, 40 years. I go back again. Colonel Sanders, 75 when he started Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ray Kroc, 59 when he started McDonald's. So it takes time to create that success. Maybe you got some little micro wins along the way, but eventually, if you just do all the things that we're talking about over these next 21 days, you're going to hit it. And then, guys, you need a supportive family. You need a family that's going to understand that you can't make it to everything. You need a family, especially if you're married. You want to sit down and have that conversation with your spouse, or if you're dating, to say, look, this is what my life is going to look like until I can get here. If they want to support you, cool. If not, that's okay too, guys. But you got to understand, you're looking at 12 to 18 hours, especially if you're working a full-time job. You got 8 hours there. You better come home and give the name on the back of your jersey more than 8 hours that you gave to build somebody else's dreams. It takes time. I'm going to give you three tips that breakthrough brands or companies do different that makes them stand out. Number one, they commit to customer relationship. Customers come first. They are the most. So this is what I mean. Like, if somebody comes to you and they say, well, you know what? Something wasn't right. Even if you think it was right, they're right. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm sorry that you felt that way. How can I help make it better? Your job as an entrepreneur is to solve problems, to solve challenges. I had somebody send me an email with something that didn't get done, and what they said was, like I said, and I'm thinking, are you serious? Like, who comes off at a customer with like I said? That's not the way. Your customers must be the most important thing. You must give them the most respect. If a loss has to be taken, you're going to take the loss, and you're going to take it with a smile and with dignity, because guess what, guys? They're not going to remember what you did. They're going to remember how you made them feel. And if you make people feel good, they will stick around and they will continue. And you need, remember that residual income, right? You need to have happy people, and you need to bring them awesome value. And number two, you also need to provide them an awesome experience. Ask yourself, how can I overdo it? How can I give more than what's expected? Think about, like, if you ever been proposed to or you watch a wedding proposal, the ones that are over the top, we talk about them forever. The moments in your life when somebody or you did something special for somebody, you remember that forever, and they remember it forever. It just never goes away. So what experiences are you giving to the people who you will eventually serve? They also learn from other brands who are already successful. I'm always, Russell Brunson call it, funnel hacking. I'm brand hacking, always brand hacking, looking at who has that ideal business. I'm like, man, I love what they're doing. I love how they make people feel. I love how they make me feel. I love the value that they give. What are you willing to do and to give? So as you can see, you have to overdo it in life and business to make things happen. And so here's your bonus training for sticking around, guys. If you message me, I'm going to give you a free session on what service and products that you might want to consider marketing. There's certain questions that we ask people. So all you got to do is just hit me up in the message and say, hey, Cathy, can I schedule a 30-minute session with you so I can look at that? Because I want to show you how to make this happen. We're talking 5,000 friends. Take a look at your Facebook friends, right? So you can either get them from there, you can get them from a friend of a friend or somewhere around, but we all can agree that we're going to come across 5,000 people out of the billions, and all you need is 25% of them to click on what you got going on. That's all you need is 25% of them to click on what you got going on, guys. You only need, I'm going to go over this one more time. You only need 50 of them to say, yes, I'm going to get one of your $37 products that I have to pay for that every single month, which will bring you in $1,800. And then you only need 13 of them to say, you know what, I need that outfit, I need that tool, I need this to help take my business to the next level. And then you only need 11 of them who didn't buy the first time to swing back around and put an extra $300 in your pocket every single month because you overgave. So even though you're getting $2,000 every single month, you gave about $4,000 in value every single month, because it's not what you're getting, is what you're giving. And then, guys, you got 3 of them, just like the top 3% of the world, who want to take their game to a whole new level. So they want that specialized training, and they're willing to put up $2,000 so that they can take that $100,000 instead of in 12 months to get it every single year. This is the game that you have the chance to be a part of, and this is why it makes sense to understand it and to study it. So guys, here's your homework, and here's some resources that I'm going to drop in the comments for you to download and answer. You're going to get a business questionnaire. You want to complete that and submit that back to me if you want me to help you with this. There's no cost for you to do that. Complete as much as you can on it, and I realize not everybody's going to get everything completed. We'll go over the details tomorrow on how to do the research online to make sure that the business that you're looking at getting into is the right business. I'm also going to drop in the comments the IRS guidelines so you don't have to go out and do all that research, and for that it's going to be one PDF. I don't know, it's like 50, 60 pages. When you're trying to fall asleep over the next 7 or 8 nights, you don't need to take no medicine, just read that, right? And the links will be available in the comment section so you don't have to go do all the work to find it. Tune in tomorrow, okay? We're finishing up here. Tune in tomorrow so you can learn how to use this one tool. It's actually a couple tools that will show you what you need to do to make sure that the business you desire to have is something that you want to market online. Because this tool right here will help you in your marketing. And once you learn the basics, guys, you can use this on everything. So why do you want to show up tomorrow? Because you don't, you're going to get left behind. You're going to be looking at this on our timeline, and you can be like, I heard that girl. She's on there all the time talking about business. And I wanted to start it one, but I never took action. Don't get left behind. We want to take you with us. Remember I said we want people who want to do this, really want to make a difference, so we can get some testimonies out here, make things happen. We also want to show you how to do the research so you can get the market that you desire, so you're not wasting a lot of your time. You know, you could be in Alaska and you're trying to sell barbecue grills, and it's not working. I'm sorry, I hit my phone the wrong way. And it's not working. We also want to help you assemble the right marketing team. So today I talked about your professional business team. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about your marketing team that you should have. You don't have to do everything. You just have to know who is going to be on your squad, where they're located at, so that you can give the things to them that they need to do. I was just telling my niece yesterday, she was like, and she's the 19-year-old, she's in the process of getting a business started for herself, and there's certain things that she didn't want to do. And I'm like, well, you got to do it. And then because I'm in my coaching and training sessions, one of my mentoring sessions today, and I was telling her, I said, you know what? I gave you the wrong advice, because learning from them, it's like, no, you don't want to do it. What you want to do is fine, because that's not an income producing activity. So you can find someone else to do it and hire it out. You just got to go get the money to make that happen, and then you can watch. It's like being a general contractor. A general contractor of a house, they do not go in, they don't do the plumbing, they don't do the electric, they don't do the wiring, they don't do the foundation. What they do is they orchestrate everything. So when you're building your business, that's what you're doing. You are orchestrating everything. So tomorrow, that's what we're going to talk about. So I hope you got value out of this today, guys. I know I went through this fast because we only have a limited time on this live to carry this, but over the next 20 days, well, actually, I don't know, 17 days now, right? Here's what you want to expect. Expect it to be challenged. You know, you're going to build a business, you got to be challenged. Every single day, you're going to be challenged. You're going to learn the basics of building a business online. I want to see you successful. I want to see you win. I want to see you make it happen. I want to see you also take daily action. If you have not done lesson 1, lesson 2, and today is lesson 3, go get it done. Make today the last day that you procrastinate and put things behind. And I'll talk about a little later on why people actually procrastinate. Sometimes it's really not your fault. You may not understand what you're doing to yourself. We're going to help you with that. And then I hope you have fun. You can always join our Fun and Freedom Movement community. So in there, I give more than I give out here so that you can also learn. And then this training will be made available, as I said, for you to view later. So challenge yourself every single day to do better, be better. Remember, growth starts with a decision to move beyond your present circumstances. You're going to hear me say that all the time. So now I'm going to open it up for questions and answers. So let me know. I am now looking at my phone. If you have any questions, guys, go ahead and hit those in the comments. I know there's a few second delay. But hey, Hope, hey, Robert, hey, Charles, hey, Kenneth, hey, Berkeley, hey, guys, how are you? How are you? How are you? So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and hit those in the comment section about anything that I went over. If you don't get your questions answered tonight, you can always jump on my live tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. where you can catch me every single morning just giving you tips, guys. I promise you, as we go around this time, we're going to see people win. We're going to see people change their lives. And I want to create a movement. That's why we're the Fun and Freedom Movement. We want to create a movement of success, a movement of people that are there for you, and they're going to see you through success, and they're not going to leave you or abandon you during the process. You can count on me to be here for you. So guys, if I don't see any questions popping up, so if that's either a good thing that I covered everything, or I don't know, just let me know if I can help you in any way or answer any questions for you. Give me about 15-20 minutes, guys. I'll get those comments, those tools in the comment section. All right, have a great day. This is Cathy McReynolds, your Fun, Money, and Skill Coach. Guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and jumping in on this, and I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Day 4, get ready for day 4 because there is more, right? It ain't easy being cheesy. All right, y'all, see you later. Have a good one. Let's win. Let's change some lives, and let's create the lifestyle that you truly desire. Oh, Kenneth, hey, you just called me. What about your own product? Yes, that's on here as well. There's a way for you to market your own product. That's what I'm doing now. I'm actually creating my own brand. So yes, you're going to learn about that as well. Great question. Great question. Any other questions before I hop off here? You